rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bring in all the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage. Come on, enjoy the taste. Hurry up, don't come in late. You know we love it, the stage for stage.
Oh, I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why did the screen go by for a second? Anyway, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I'm one of 3 hosts today, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
I'm Michael Zapsik. I'm number 2. There are Reddit pages dedicated just to that. And sitting to my right is
Jack Welsh.
What's going on, fellas?
nothing. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a busy week for me, but it's been a good week.
Been a busy week for you. You going out and collecting all your awards, and let's give a shout out to Mike Farragher, who you did this movie with. That's Mike is
he's a good dude.
He is a good dude. He's went to college with Jules. So
okay.
Over at Monmouth College. It wasn't a university back then. It was a college.
If he's got the glowing recommendation from Jules, I'm proud to report back that he is an incredible human.
Yes.
And he brought me a script. He was like, I want to do this. I don't really know. Well, he doesn't know how. He just kind of wanted to go expand it a little bit. So he hands it to me. It was one of the first times I get to just go and produce. And I liked it. And then eventually it turned into a co-directing thing. I consulted on the script. It was a good time. But a crazy one because we shot like 15 pages in like 6 hours.
That's pretty badass.
It is badass, but...
And your guys have to be like one-take wonders.
The actors were like on it. They had been rehearsing like it was a play. And it was honestly just wonderful to watch because not only was I directing, I was doing sound. So while I call action... I'm just here listening to them deliver these takes that are just wonderful over and over and over again, but still wiggle room to collaborate and make it better if need be, like improve Bond jokes and stuff. And it's done. It'll be out sometime soon. I think Mike's going to enter it in a couple more festivals.
Cool.
But our first screening was a sold-out crowd at the Vogel Theater.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome till you have to get up in front of that stage and you realize, wow, this is so Muppet Show-like, because they got the balcony up there that anyone could just start Statler or Waldorf heckling, and I'm so blinded by the spotlight that if they started, I wasn't able to see.
Yeah, I know, and that sucks.
No,
yeah.
But it was awesome though.
Of course it is.
It was invigorating.
And you had the audience in the palm of your hand.
I did. It was actually kind of cool.
Yeah. No feeling like that, I'm telling you.
There really isn't. It's a little addicting. I ain't going front.
I'm telling you, yeah.
But the film played really well. Although I'm one of those people, I tried to do it when Just Dessert screened, and I did it this time. Is that I stepped out. I'll listen because I know the movie, but I was like, let me just shimmy on out of here. And I was by the doors listening to people react to it. And I was like, oh, they're laughing. Okay, there's the laugh. Wait, what are they laughing at now? Oh, not a time joke. Okay, this works. Like, I get nervous. So like, I can't, like, I'll be super, super anxious. So it's more fun for me to just kind of witness it secondhand versus just kind of sitting in the crowd. But it was energetic. It was just so much fun. Then the following day, we play at Brightside Tavern Film Festival by CJ Cullen, and we take home Best Concept.
Okay.
And again, we don't make this for the sake of awards. Like, we just do it for the fun, but be recognized feels pretty good.
Yeah.
So
congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
As always, proud of you. So
I appreciate it. One of our concepts will be on these big screens eventually.
Oh my God. I was just talking with, we had the Kubert School here this weekend.
How'd that go?
Always goes great. I love Anthony. Anthony brings everybody. And that just happened to be the day that Kevin dropped the news that Archie was going to meet Jay and Silent Bob.
I don't know about you, but when I saw the art, I kind of flipped. I was like, no fucking way. Like, it's so cool.
Actually, not even close, because Fernando Ruiz was here, who is the artist for that, and he was showing me the art.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh,
See, this is why you got to come and do shit with me.
Well, I'm busy winning awards and shit. Okay?
Chris is busy.
Listen, I'm never pretentious. I get this one fucking win. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. And so I was hanging out with Fernando. He's a huge Legion of Superheroes fan. I'm like, oh my God, you and me. And so we were just chatting, and I got to see Anthony's doing some artwork for Green Lantern. He's doing covers, and I'm like, oh God damn. He's like, God, he's like, here, let me show you where my concept comes. And he like flings it down, and it's this little card that he did, and it's like gorgeous. It's like literally a Topps baseball card, but with the same thing that he showed me, the full.
The full copy.
Yeah, and I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, whoa, this is amazing.
That's like having a friend that's just like, look up, and there's the Sistine Chapel painting.
We'll go over there.
Oh.
Nobody looks up here in the stash. I'm telling you, nobody. And I have to tell people, like, look up. And they're like, why?
Just
I'm like,
do it.
Why do I have to tell you why?
No, so when I press the button and you fall through the door, you don't hurt your neck.
Yeah, or because I'm going to punch you in the nuts. That's seriously, why ask why? Just do it. It's like because I approve of myself to be so like maniacal that so I'm going to break your kneecap because look up so I can drop kick you. No, it's not. It's look up because there's something
cool
up there. Yes. And they're like, I don't trust you. It's like, get the fuck out. There's a door.
Bob Perlitz, he ain't falling for that shit again.
Bob, you were different. You asked for it, buddy.
You know what I love about this, though? Is that there's so much passion behind what you just said. And I'm just like, Mike had an encounter where someone was like, why? What's going on? Why do I got to look up? What's up there? And then finally was, oh, that's cool. And you're just sitting there like,
sack of shit.
Just listen to me.
It's like all right, fine, whatever. Yeah. And then I stole his wallet.
Wait a minute. Last time he told me to look up, he sucker punched me and stole my wallet.
You can't prove that, Bob. You can never prove that.
Did you ever watch Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends growing up? Was that a show?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was one of my favorites. There was one episode where they went to the mall, and it has one of my, like, it's a stupid line, but it's always made me chuckle, and it reminds me of this situation. Well, yeah, then he tried to steal it, called me a ripoff artist, and kicked me in the shin. This is what Mike tried to do to Bob when he walked through the door.
I tried, I succeeded, but you'll never prove it.
That was the show with the little blue guy, right?
Yeah, little blue guy.
Yeah, blue. Was it Bluey? Blue.
Blue guy, QQZ. That was one of my favorite cartoons.
I actually like that because I got to, my kids cut their teeth on Foster's Home for Imaginary Kids.
Foster's
Imaginary Friends. Yeah. Imaginary Kids.
Imaginary
well, I had Imaginary Kids, all right?
That's a whole other movie.
Yeah, oh, my God. Well, I mean, next time I'm audited and they're like, how can you have 46 children?
You don't
I'm
want to do that
proficient.
math.
Yes.
Make sure we feed Bob, right? Because he's still downstairs in the little doorway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
just making sure.
Why not?
Freaking, what else was going on here? Well, you guys had the Kubert School. Anything else going on?
No, but Fernando was here, and so we're going to be doing. There's a whole host of stuff. I want to have him here for a signing too.
How long has Fernando been drawing Archie?
I don't know that. I didn't ask him.
Yeah.
Let's say 100 years.
Okay.
I'm going to say 100.
Gotcha.
How about it?
100 years.
I entirely believe it.
So, yes, why not? No, he's actually, I have an Archie story that I thought was really, really cool.
Ooh, tell it.
All right. So, I got a phone call when we were at the old place, when we were still doing Comic Book Men, and lady called up and said that her parents had passed away. They lived in Connecticut down the street from Archie headquarters. And her parents were really good friends with all the artists and everybody down there. And I think her mom did part-time accounting for him. The dad did some side gigs for him as well. And they used to have parties at their house, and all the Archie people.
Parties?
They're Betty and Veronica parties, if you know what I'm saying. Wah, 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 wah. So they'd all come over, and a couple of the guys who were the artists started drawing on their walls.
What?
So in their dining room, they had Archie, Veronica, Betty, Reggie, Jughead, Moose, just like lining the walls
What?
Yes.
On the sheetrock.
on the sheet. On the
That's
sheetrock.
so cool.
And they were selling the house, and she wanted to know what to do with it. So I was like,
Cut the
holy.
walls out. Sorry.
Well, I was
the
like, holy shit, what a great idea. So I went to the guys that who were doing the comic book man. Like, nah, we're not gonna do that. I'm like, why the fuck not? This is
incredible.
yeah. We'll go to the house. Well, I mean, why wouldn't we? Nah. So I was like, all right. So I called her back and I'm like, look, I'm going to put you in touch with somebody who will help you out. And person that I put them in touch with didn't help them out. So she called me up and she's like, look, we're thinking about just painting over the walls. And I was like, do me one favor, bring in a guy for drywall, find out how much he would charge you to take out the walls.
Yeah.
And just like re-sheetrock. It can't be that expensive. And that's something that you can take to auction.
110%.
And yeah, she did. And they made a couple $100,000 on that.
Wow.
So, yeah. From what I understand.
Minus the sheetrock
Yeah,
expenses.
exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I was like, wow, that is really awesome because they signed it too. So
That's incredible. Listen, if Keith Haring drew on my wall and like I was in a bind, I'm sorry, that's coming out.
yeah, of course.
I'll re-sheetrock and spackle that. It'll be great. But that's
Just fucking
so
fill it up with a
cool.
bunch of toothpaste. That's
Like, I love stuff like that, and I love when artists like leave little like. Would that count as a tchotchke, or is like it's a huge tchotchke?
no, that's beyond a tchotchke.
That's
is
that's
not a
art.
tchotchke.
They just drew.
So,
But like I love that kind of stuff. I love those stories because did you ever hear? Well, you've heard of CBGB's, right?
yeah,
The-
of course.
the club in New York. So when that place closed, they did the same thing. They preserved the walls.
Mhm.
So for the longest time, when YouTube had production spaces in New York, you could rent the walls of CBGB's for your production.
Oh no,
so
shit.
you could create like a bar, and there you just in fact have CBGB's. Now they're in storage because YouTube said shut down the production spaces.
That's
but,
too
like,
bad.
I love the idea of preservation like that. That's important. I like, especially to the Archie comics. Like that's probably important to their history. Like that's
Of course it is.
that's awesome.
And these guys are no longer around. I mean, they're the original.
I'm sorry, but if the headquarters is right there, I would have bought. Like if I was the head of Archie Comics, I would have bought it.
I think that they had downsized and moved, but I mean, I
Okay.
can't be sure. But I was like, because the person who let them down, I was like, and I went up to him and I was like, what's wrong with you? Why did you drop the ball on this? I mean, this is something that you could have profited very highly from. And he was just like, man. It's like, all right, whatever. Okay.
Some people just don't get it.
Yes.
Let me know in the comments if you could have somebody, an artist you admire, draw on your walls. Who would it be? Who would you pick, Mike?
Oh my God.
Would it be a Neil Adams?
No, maybe George Perez or John Byrne. I mean, I've already got,
Listen,
we've got Jim Lee on the back.
yeah,
He's on our wall over there.
It's almost unfair to ask you because sometimes I'm just like, well, depending on the context, you have it already.
Yeah.
What about you, Jack?
Like actually fill up the walls in my house.
It could be a doodle. It could be something just like, hey, they drew on my wall, and I'm not angry about it.
I really liked John Romita's Spider-Man, like the original Spider-Man. So
Oh, so John Romita Sr.
senior, yes.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
Because I'm looking up there. I'm like, we've got Junior up there. So you can look over there if you want. You're like, fuck him.
Yeah, no, Romita
He was
Senior.
actually, Romita Jr. was in Daredevil, Born Again.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Is he
sir.
really?
Yes, he is.
What, the newest episode?
No, the first two. I didn't see the newest episode
Oh.
yet. It was glitching on me last night. You know what, Disney? Thanks so much because I know Michael
they
Iger
watch.
is watching me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he does. So Iger, what the hell is glitching last night?
It's pretty bad.
9:05. I even give you an extra 5 minutes to get the shit going. So 9:05, I'm like, all right, let's do this. And glitch. You had Vincent D'Onofrio glitching all over the fucking place. Like, oh God.
I love the vocal switch up. Just like the extra Mike Zapsikisms are fucking great. Oh my
Is
god.
that what you think, Christian?
I do think, man.
That is exactly right. Matthew Murdoch.
All right, we got
All right, so
from Bob Perlitz is saying Kevin Eastman.
Oh, Kevin's great. Kevin's
that would
awesome.
be dope. Having a Ninja Turtle in the
Oh,
dining
yeah.
room. Silver Knight Kyle's grandkids, they draw on the wall. I don't. If,
Personally, that sounds like an ass whooping.
that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Greg Capullo,
Yes,
sure, he's
Greg
excellent.
Capullo.
Jack Kirby.
A Kirby would be awesome.
I would love like some of his drawings on the wall. That'd be incredible.
Kirby would be fantastic. Ditko.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would like have like the wall of just like the mountain, not even the Mountain Rushmore, just have like the jam piece that they do over at DC Comics. Did you ever see that jam piece?
Jam piece?
Yeah, actually, type it in DC jam piece. DC jam piece. Maybe DC Comics jam piece.
Yeah.
There you go.
Or
Or it could have been the first thing
yeah.
the first thing that pops up. There you go. Yes,
Oh, that would be dope.
that was in the foyer of DC Comics when they were stationed. Like,
like they're an army.
Exactly.
Like they're an army base.
yes, when they were up in
Fort
New York.
DC.
Yeah, Fort Dix.
Fort Wayne.
Yes, Fort Wayne.
I like that. I would like that as like I don't know what it's like a type of wallpaper, but it's just like a thin strip
Like
of it.
contact paper.
Yeah, just running across the edge of the room with
Okay.
all the DC characters. That'd be dope. I like this piece though. That's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. All right. Speaking of DC, always something coming out about the new Superman movie. We've already known and they've established that the Authority is a big part of the story. But now it's also been said that the Engineer is going to be the film's primary antagonist.
Okay.
So, Mike, I'm putting on my comics college cap. Holy crap.
Comics college.
Comics cap. And why don't you explain to me and Jack who's the Engineer?
Oh, the Engineer. Okay, so the original Engineer, and you're going to want to pull this up for me because I forget his.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you. I forget his full name, but back. It all starts with Image. Image Comics came out with Stormwatch. Stormwatch was the UN. It was essentially SHIELD with superheroes. So they were like the UN combat group, but superhero combat.
Okay.
So you would have all these guys, and if some nation called like it was called Code Perfect, they would call the code, and they'd send them wherever they needed to go. And it was, as a matter of fact, I think they're going to be doing it. Gamora, an island in like the Polynesian Sea or whatever, but it's like run by Kazan Gamora.
Mhm.
And they've been in since Wildstorm was acquired by DC Comics. Stormwatch is part of that, and so is the Authority. So if you want to type in there the original Engineer, I forget his name, but he extracted all the blood out of his system and reintroduced that with nanotech. So there it is right there.
But here?
Yeah, no, second one in.
Okay, let me go back. Sorry. This guy.
The green one, yes. So, in one of the final story arcs before they ended Stormwatch, they had the High, he was sort of an approximation of Superman. He was called the High. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to change the world, this group. And it was there was the High, there was the Blind, there was this my God, Taboo. Was her name Taboo? I forget what it was, but she was like a warrior priestess, and she was like Wonder Woman. the engineer who was sort of a mix of Green Lantern and Tony Stark. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. And like I said, he could all the blood in his system was replaced with nanobots, which is actually pretty cool. Here you go. So yeah, I think he was dying and he's like, yeah, screw it. You know, I'm going to change out my blood for nanobots, which he did.
So I can
Does
do
he have a
whatever-
name?
I can do
Oh,
whatever
they're
I
called
want.
the Changers.
The
His real
Changers.
name is unknown. Well, there we go. So he had a protege named Angela Spica,
Mhm.
and he had emailed her before he died. There's the Changers. They're all pretty cool looking. He had emailed her this, and it took out all her blood and changed it with nanobots.
The email?
Yeah, she
Jesus
emails like
Christ.
jumped like right into her. It's like, oh, that sucks. You know, blood squirting all over the place. And like, that fucking sucks. But she became the second engineer, part of the Authority, who their mandate was to change the world.
Okay.
So,
Like any world that they were a part, or just like
well, this world, they were a part
This-
of this world,
Okay.
and that's where people paint themselves into a corner.
Ah.
Like in the Ultimate Universe, they painted themselves into a corner. Like Ultimate Spider-Man, you can only go so far with the characters until, you know, because they try to make it like this is real world stuff. So
yeah,
you had
okay.
Jack Hawksmoor, who was the god of cities. He like thrived on pollution. He had aliens had inserted extra organs in his body so he can talk to cities. He can't live outside of a city.
I speak for the cities.
Yeah, he's like the Lorax.
The Lorax. I speak for the city.
I am the Hawksmoor. I speak for the cities.
The subway says, "Shut
No,
the fuck up."
Yeah. Subway's really aggro.
I don't know
So
why it tickles me so much, but the idea
No,
of
he
an even
speaks
grumpier
to-
Lorax
yeah.
that can talk to
fuck
the
off.
cities.
Yeah. Like the Lorax, if the Lorax were Oscar the Grouch. So
Oh, maybe that's who Oscar the Grouch truly is.
yeah, right. He's the god of cities.
He's the god
Um,
of the city.
But Jack Hawksmoor, I mean, he was like the best urban detective in the start of the his run in Storm. Afterwards, he became like really fucked up, and I'll explain why in a minute. But he was like the best detective because he could talk to
Yeah,
he
he could
could
talk
talk
to
to
a
a building.
skyscraper.
you could talk to a building and see what
Yo,
that
who shot that guy last week?
exactly. That's literally what he could do. He could talk to a window, and the window's like, yeah.
They can
could
actually
see.
talk back to him.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't show you,
Yeah,
but they're like, well, he's a really great detective because he can, and they're like, and he walks around like barefoot, like he's a homeless guy. So, and it's fucked up because you look at the bottom of his feet and they're it looks like burned, or he's got like Adidas soles on the bottom of his feet.
You tell me that
No lie.
wouldn't make like an amazing Lucifer type show.
That'd be great.
That'd be an awesome show. Everybody perceives this guy as the crazy homeless man, puts his hand onto the building, be like, yeah, he is annoying.
Kill him,
Uh-huh.
sure.
Kill him. Can't do that. There's
So
too
why
many
don't
witnesses.
you do me a favor and drop a shit ton of rocks, a shit ton of bricks on him? All right, I'm stepping out of the way. All right, good enough. He
And
steps
then-
out of the way and the fucking brick, yeah. Like, told you, motherfucker. Shouldn't have dicked around with me. Should have given me that $3, huh? Huh? I said I was hungry, asshole.
That would make a dope procedural, because then it's like you have a witness, it's a building, but it doesn't have a security camera. All right, let's prove the murder case because the building said so. Like, that's a ridiculous premise. Like,
Can you
that could
imagine
work.
serving a subpoena to a building? That'd be fucking awesome. We need you to show up in court, and it's like
Law and Lorax in the criminal justice
Law and Hawksmoor,
Law and Hawks?
Special Buildings Unit.
I want this show. I do love the
So-
concept of somebody who could speak to a
But
city.
that's
That's so cool.
But that's just him. And then
Yeah.
the engineer is you've got this entire group of overpowered superhumans who go to, let's say, Libya.
Mhm.
And they're like, Gaddafi are a piece of shit, and they just fucking snap his neck.
Okay, so they're peacekeepers to an extreme degree in some way.
And Jack Hawksmoor, he abhorred violence until he actually had to kill. He killed one of the changers her name was Rose Tattoo. That's the woman wasn't named Tattoo, but Rose Tattoo, she was the spirit of murder. And they didn't overtly say, but I think that when she died, because she's an immortal, Hawksmoor was possessed by her and got a taste for
murder?
For murder, yeah, because he said, "You realize I'm holding a severed head in my hand, and I'm about to beat you to death with it," which was not Jack Hawksmoor at all. It was like, yeah, the guy who was talking to a fucking building an hour and a half ago is now wandering around with a human head in his hand.
That's a fascinating stroll down the street.
There you go. Yeah.
Holy crap.
So
Okay.
she's like the nanotech from Iron Man. She can configure her body to do just about anything.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
Okay. So formidable foe. But now I'm excited because just from what that character in this movie means, what that could then mean for the overall incoming DC universe. If it gets that batshit, I'm very excited. Because, we're going to get the reboots of all the majors. We're going to get a Wonder Woman eventually. We're going to get a Batman eventually.
True. They should stay away from Origins.
Yeah. But, it seems like they're doing that. They're kind of just this is a world where Superman exists. You already know it. Maybe we'll show, a family flashback, but you kind of get the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I like that a lot. And I'm optimistic about Batman.
Gotcha.
I have my concerns, but
I would love to see Batman a little bit older and having Nightwing just come in fully formed.
Just there.
Yeah, just right there. And you're like, what's he doing here?
And Nightwing solo movie? Yes, please.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, please.
And we don't do an origin. You just and do it like a procedural.
Well, aren't they doing a Robin animated film or something like that?
Yes, but that doesn't seem to be in line. It's kind of like an Elseworld story.
Oh, okay.
That seems to be just okay, this is we're going to do the flick, but it's not going to take place within our main timeline.
Gotcha.
But from what have you seen some of the test footage that company is capable of that's doing the animation for that movie? No. It's like a blend of puppetry and CGI. So it's this it's awesome looking, but it's a little bizarre because it's I've never seen anything like it.
Like Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Thunderbirds Go?
It's Thunderbirds, but with actual emotion. But you can still tangibly they're that's a tactile thing.
I was looking right at the door, and so people are probably thinking I'm looking down the barrel of the camera, but I was looking at the door, and I'm like, what if those motherfuckers are trying to can you imagine they Jimmy the lock and they come in, they're
in front of us,
and they're like, oh, sorry. And it's I know that door was locked, motherfucker. I'm going to keep my eye on you.
Banned for life.
Yeah. I got your picture now.
But yeah, I'm excited for that film, but I would love a Nightwing flick. If we're doing the Bat family also, that would be amazing. I know that some people are apprehensive about the inclusion of Damian Wayne and all those and at least him as a character, but with who's in charge, I'm kind of excited. Usually movie adaptations kind of streamline those kind of things.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm looking forward to seeing Guy Gardner. I mean, Nathan Fillion can do no wrong, in my opinion,
Facts.
So, I mean, yeah.
They nailed the look of that character.
Oh my God,
even
so
in the behind the scenes in the trailer, I'm just oh my God, stepped out of the book.
Yeah.
And Nathan is perfect casting for that. I'm excited for that. But with the idea that we jump into this with Nightwing already fully formed as a character, that would then mean Batman would be a much older.
Doesn't have to be.
You don't think so?
No. Let's say Batman starts at 23.
Okay.
Let's say that, and because, and here's my biggest problem with Batman. You can't be a B student and be Batman. There is no guy out there. There's no one I know who I went to school with that could have been Batman. You need a guy who's like intellectually, and that's not
You need to believe that they're there.
and that's not a matter of willpower. Like, oh my God, my parents were murdered, so I'm going to push myself to be the best I can be. Because you can't do that with intelligence. You can do that with many things. You can do it with your body. You could become Alan. What's Richdale?
Richardson?
Richard? No, not.
Who are we talking
No, you're
about?
thinking Sam Richardson. you can become Sam Richardson if you want. We all can.
That'd
No,
be awesome.
yeah, I'd be Sam Richardson if I could. No, the guy who plays Reacher,
Alan isn't
Richdale. Richdale, I think.
Is it
it's
Richdale? Whatever, but Alan, yeah.
Alan.
That's why I was bringing
Alan.
it up, because I think he would make a dope Batman. But
I
if
think
we're-
you make a horrible Batman.
Really?
Way too bulky.
Wait.
Way too big.
Did you see the new the Reacher? I think it was a like a teaser trailer for the coming season.
It's
it's already out, bro.
Oh, well, or it was something brand new. It came out like the other day, and everyone was like, "Oh, like he got way bigger,
Yeah.
really big." And like, I agree with you that he's way too big to be Batman.
The Hulk, sure. Why not?
Because
Okay.
even in Creature Commandos, when that Dr. Phosphorus episode where they're in the nightclub and Batman, you get that quick, flash of Batman. You could tell even then he was
He was
pretty.
big.
He was buff. He was,
Yeah.
he was, wasn't like.
But then,
Robert
like,
Pattinson or
here's a question that, like, and it kind of plays into what you're talking about, where it's like, oh, you don't want him to be too big because then he's identifiably huge. Because then you don't, because Batman, once he slips into Bruce Wayne, he can yeah, I know it was weird, but you got to remember, at least to me, when
Richson. Everybody's like saying Richson.
when he's Bruce Wayne, he's kind of putting on kind of a persona. Like, he's like, this is the public Bruce Wayne persona. So like, he can easily kind of disappear, whereas Batman could do that. But if he's a hulking giant of a man, people be like, huh,
Yeah.
there's some similarities here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like Superman and Superman.
Yeah.
Superman in like when John Byrne took over.
Superman.
Like
Yeah, like, can you believe it?
sure. Yeah, I can. So, but Clark slouches. Clark slouches and he's only like 6 foot.
Yeah.
But Superman's 6'2". But then he slouches. And he's got that spit curl.
That's one of the things that Superman and Lois does really well, from when he goes from Clark to Superman, and you totally buy it.
Of course you do.
You totally 100% buy it.
Because you can. And also you don't think of him having a super or a secret identity, an alter ego.
Somebody was talking to me recently about why Cavill is the greatest Superman, and I was just like, no. And that's why because he doesn't.
No,
like, if he were to,
he's Cavill and he's Cavill.
yeah,
He's Superman and he's Superman with glasses.
100%.
You
Whereas this new dude, genuinely, I buy it.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
even just from the teaser, like, okay, yeah, I could buy that enough. Like, there's enough there that I
sort of bought the Superman Returns. I sort of bought Brandon Routh's.
I bought him as Clark.
Yes, more Clark. I didn't buy him as Superman. And I don't think that Robert Downey Jr. would have been a good Bruce Wayne. I don't.
Oh, Jay's comment. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry. I just don't. Because he's RDJ. Because he's
Iron
pretty
Man.
much, yeah, he's pretty much playing Tony Stark. And Tony and Bruce are two separate.
Very much so.
Yeah. However, we were just watching 30 Rock here. Because I broke down and got Disney Plus again for Daredevil Born Again.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yeah, for the extra buck, I'll get Hulu
Why not?
too. So we're watching 30 Rock, and I was telling Jack about The Shadow. If you ever watch the movie The Shadow,
Mhm.
you never have.
If you ever, yeah, but
Have you?
The Shadow.
Have
no.
you? You should. You should
Okay.
watch The Shadow. And you should all watch The Shadow. It was not as bad as they had made it out. It was like a Disney movie, and they were going to do like all the
90s?
pulps. Yeah.
Okay.
And you had Alec Baldwin as Lamont Cranston, The Shadow. And I was like, now there's a guy I would believe as Bruce Wayne.
Alec Baldwin?
Yeah. Not now.
Baldwin then?
Then, not now.
Yeah, I was
No,
like, wait.
Now I kind of believe him as a Unabomber, but that's about it. What's that mean? Is it
No, it's
like too soon?
No.
Oh, come
Jesus
on,
Christ.
motherfuckers. I mean, there's a goddamn I'm watching on Hulu and they're like, hey, from Rush Till Dawn. I'm like, wow, that's horrible. Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, but I agree. I do think that in his prime, he could have made a great Batman Bruce Wayne.
He would have, yeah.
That would have been dope. But yeah, not so much now. And that's not even considering like current events, anything like that. It's just he doesn't kind of fit the look anymore. He's
Well, I mean, if you want to go with the Keaton in Flashpoint or the Flash.
Keaton slipped into that role really, really well, even as an old man Batman type deal.
But I think that Alec Baldwin could have done that too.
You think so?
Especially if he was like bottling his own urine and wearing tissue boxes on his feet. You bet it. I can see that.
Jay Boyd wants to know, what about Billy Zane?
Billy Zane. Oh, you mean what was it? Slam Evil? That was the Phantom. Slam Evil.
Bomb and Phantoms, yeah. Oh man, I don't know who I would want as
an old Batman.
Well, as our next Batman. I haven't really given it like too much thought. Although the one that I've heard that I'm like I could actually see it, Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
Yeah,
because I think that not only does he kind of fit the age demographic that would work, I would buy an adult Nightwing still. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then also the inclusion of Damian, that would make sense.
Why don't you have like a 19-year-old and get a legitimate 19-year-old Nightwing? Get a guy who's pretty athletic and acrobatic and who can, deal.
We know you watch James Gunn.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Please make Mike Zapsik so happy and give us the solo Nightwing movie we've been promised for years.
I know you guys have been lying to me forever, and you were going to give it to me with what was it Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Is that who it was?
Oh my God, yeah. That was going to be our Robin for
Yeah, he was going to be our Robin,
or at least hinted at the end of Dark Knight Rises, which I just found out is Dark Knight is coming back to theaters in IMAX only.
I had heard
I
that.
saw that.
Which I will be there. Abalo literally tagged me.
And me
Chris
too.
Abalo from Cape. He tagged me and was like, we're going, right? And I'm like, absolutely.
He tagged me too. I was like, I'm going to let you stew in silence for a while.
Justin Long as Nightwing?
Maybe the gay porn version of Nightwing.
I know that's horrible casting, but at the same time, I kind of don't hate it in a parody capacity.
No, I do.
I said in a parody capacity.
Even in a parody capacity, and I'd rather see. If you're gonna do a parody capacity, and if they let him out, on work release, Ron Jeremy as Nightwing. So there you go. That would be horrible.
Fuzzy video. Yeah, there's something going on with the internet, guys. Sorry about that. It's not coming through on our end quite as much.
Oh, we look great.
We look great.
You guys suck, and that's what it is.
This one I agree with. If they were going to do an old Batman, I think that'd be perfect casting. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He'd be great.
Because didn't he?
He was Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, he voiced Thomas Wayne in something, right?
No, he was Thomas Wayne in.
Oh my God,
Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman. Yeah, that would be.
And Maggie was his mom.
Yeah,
Lauren Cohen.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Batman v Superman. It has been a minute, but I think that would be. I think he'd make a dope Batman. And then Patrick. This I also don't mind. This is kind of an out there idea, but I want to see Michael Keaton as Old Man Batman and Jensen Ackles as Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis. Terry
McGinnis is like a 45-year-old, because that's how I think that's how old Jensen Ackles is now.
Is he? Is he like in his?
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah, Supernatural's over.
Supernatural's over, and it was on for like 83 years. So there you are.
150 more.
Yeah.
Like,
Are they coming
right?
back with a reunion or something?
No, it's not a reunion. They're going to be coming back with.
Uh,
They're all going to be on
Boys.
The Boys.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're going to merge with the boys?
No, not merge. No,
It's
because Jensen Ackles plays Soldier
Right,
Boy,
Right.
and they're bringing Misha Collins, the guy who played Castiel,
Okay.
and Moose. Moose is going to be on there too.
ooh.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't call him Moose. He's a real nice guy. What the hell's his name? Oh my God.
The other one,
The
Jared
Jared Padalecki.
Jared Padalecki.
Padalecki.
Have you met him before?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Seems like a really nice guy,
Yeah.
but he's like super tall, and that's what Mark Shepard used to call him, Moose. Hello, Moose.
Neil Patrick Harris is Nightwing. You get out of these comments.
Yeah, seriously.
Silver Knight Kyle.
Yeah, seriously.
Jesus.
Again, only the gay porn version of Nightwing.
I'm here, Batman.
Yes.
It does a magic trick, disappears.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Did you know this is so weird? He used to hang out on the set of when he was Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris,
Mhm.
on the set of Saved by the Bell
Who just hang there?
because he was.
What were they shooting next door?
I think so, but they were special. He was special friends with the guy who played Max from Max's,
Oh.
who was also a magician.
Oh, okay. Okay, they were part of the Secret Magicians Club. Okay.
They were, yes, the Secret Magicians Club.
Sweet. I'm with you, Carlo. I'm still upset there's a whole Batgirl movie that we haven't seen on a hard drive somewhere collecting dust. It's on a hard drive if we're lucky, bro. Warner Brothers has been pretty vocal about the fact that that movie just does not exist anymore because of a fucking tax break, which
I think that was part of the U.S. aid package. So yeah, there we go.
somebody actually presented an idea that I'm very behind, and I want to know if you guys agree with this, is that if a movie gets written off as a tax write-off,
We should be able to see it for free. Hell yeah!
automatically goes into the public domain.
Oh yeah,
Like
that'd be
just
great.
A free movie. I think that's a brilliant workaround.
Yes,
And these movie companies are just going to be like, no, that's going to cost us money. Yeah, exactly, motherfuckers.
yeah, costs us money,
Costs us money all
so
the
we
time.
should reap some benefit.
Honestly, I don't even care if they think that it's supposedly unreleasably bad. Like, I still want to see it. I'll judge that for
Yeah.
myself. Like, what does unreleasably bad mean when films like The Flash exist?
Dude, I watched Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Exactly. We've seen
City
plenty
of
of
the Living
unreleased. We've seen plenty of unreleasable movies released. Like,
Fucking A. I mean,
there was that weird Nightwing movie where he was played by Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That
and what was the
exists.
gay porn in that? I don't understand it.
That was
Oh my
DC
God.
going through their wild years, man.
I mean, it's fine. Not that I'd mind the gay porn, but still.
Plan 9 from outer space exists, but
It does.
Batgirl isn't out there. The Room exists, and Batgirl isn't out there. You're telling me
Manos, the Hands of Fate, which literally turns into Hands of Fate. So yeah, that exists. And holy shit, a worse movie I have never seen.
Time Chasers exists.
Don't you dare. Fucking Castleton forever.
So just to make you in on a little inside joke, Jack, there was a movie that came out on Netflix called The Adam Project, and Mike did not let me watch it. Mind you, I'm a grown man. He was like, no, you can't watch it unless you do it with a double feature with another movie called Time Chasers,
Right.
which is a low budget, ridiculous movie that was covered by Mystery Science Theater, which is the only reason I bet he even knows about it.
Yes, it's true.
And let me tell you, he was right. It's a great double feature.
Same movie. Different.
It is
Same movie.
very, very similar premise.
Oh my God.
But like, one's made with $1,000, the other's made with like 90 million. And it's just, oh, okay. And I'll never forget that because it just came out of nowhere. Because I was just mentioning it to Mike like passively, just like, hey, I'm going to watch this new movie, Time Chasers. Well,
No, you were going to
I'm
watch.
going to watch Project,
Yeah,
Adam Project. And he's like, you can't
No, you're not allowed to until
until
you watch Time Chasers first. And you
How
can
did
wa-
that
and you can
thought
watch-
dawn upon you, by the way?
Because I watched the Adam
Project.
and I'm like, why does that seem so familiar to me? And then I'm like, fucking Castleton, shit,
So
skydiving grandmothers.
it's in the movie, bro.
Yeah,
It's a bizarre little flick, but it is oddly similar to the Adam
and it's
Project.
oddly endearing.
It is
Yeah.
though, because it's scrappy. Because it's like they made a time travel movie for nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
for like $12.
Right.
$12 and a pack of cigarettes and a plane.
Yeah, it was awesome. And we're not even sure that plane was real.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. But things like that exist. The Human Centipede exists. There's no fucking way that Batgirl is that bad. And
No.
even if it is, I still want to see it.
Yeah, and who are you to tell me that I can't see it because, it's going to offend my sensibilities? You gave me the Killing Joke where Batman plows Batgirl. So go to hell.
Killing Joke is only good for 30 minutes and it's at the end.
Or you're talking about the animated?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So screw that.
is
Yeah, that adaptation
fucking
sucks.
Weird. I remember seeing that in theaters because it came into theaters for like a hot second.
Yeah.
Everybody was hyped about it. They were like, Killing Joke, it's coming to theaters. It's going to be awesome. I'm like, okay, I'm fucking there. It's going to be dope. And the Killing Joke, aside from Kevin's Green Hornet, it was the first comic book I'd ever owned. And I was like, this is a fucking amazing book. It's awesome. And then the movie happens. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this weird padding? Like, the only redeeming quality about that movie is legitimately the last 30 minutes and the fact that they got Mark Hamill and holy crap,
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin to come back and do the voices.
But that's awful because that
It's-
means that Kevin was having sex with whoever played Batgirl. Was it Tara Strong or
Yeah, I think it was Tara
Ashley
Strong.
Eckel?
Yeah, I think it was Tara Strong. But it was just so bizarre, the choices in that.
Yes,
and I even
Patrick.
remember just in the theater being like, what?
I don't remember Batman having sex with Batgirl
Yeah,
because it was always a Robin thing.
yeah, it was
Except in the Batman TV show where it was like, Bruce,
relax.
yeah, relax your
Chill.
sphincter. That's where they got the gay porn from. So there you go.
Still, that Nightwing movie was
That-
fucking weird, bro.
Seriously, it did say not suitable for work, and so I put it on.
We
Yeah,
put
I
it right
really
here.
shouldn't have been
That
watching
G rating was a lie.
it. Yeah, I know. So, little kid came and he's like, "What's
What
that?"
is that?
It's like, why did he just yell atomic batteries to power? Like, dude, sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
my
kiddo.
God. Jack's just here, like, this is my boss.
Oh my god.
Like, what do I do here?
Oh, dear Lord. I can't make it next Wednesday, guys.
Why? What's going on, man? I'm just, I can't.
You sicken me. You both make me sick.
I'm taking a sick day. Bye, Zap.
Oh, good Lord.
But I think that with the current trajectory of things, I am excited. But I like that they're tapping into a well of like, I had no idea who the Authority was until they were like, yeah, it's going to be a thing. And then I get my general knowledge from you when it comes to comic books, and it's like, oh, okay. I like that they're willing to tap into a part of their history where it's like, okay, maybe we will get Superman as the start because that's the easy palate cleanser.
Sure.
But moving into this new universe, it seems like almost kind of an anything goes kind of scenario where before it was like we're getting the greatest hits and that's about it.
Yeah, you get Batman, you get Superman, you get Wonder Woman, and see you later.
Yeah. Cyborg was a cool addition, but I think a necessary one for those stories.
He was completely unnecessary. The only reason they did that was, to be honest with you, I'm not sure why they changed him up in the New 52 as being part of the Justice League. Never should have been, because Martian
wasn't he-
Manhunter.
Oh,
Martian Manhunter was always, but people are like, nobody knows who the Martian Manhunter
then
is.
make them know. Like
Yes.
John Jones is an excellent character.
James Gunn made everybody know who Peter Quill was. Nobody, I mean, it's like, come on,
Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Only nerds knew who Polka Dot
How
Man
about Weasel?
was. Weasel.
Weasel's
like,
adorable.
now he's adorable.
Yeah, of
now,
course.
now that we know.
Well, I mean, yeah, he killed 22 kids. No, he didn't.
He tried to save him.
Amanda Waller. Amanda Waller. Nobody knew who Peacemaker was. Also a Charlton character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Him and Blue Beetle and Captain Atom, they were all, and we came this close to losing all of them to the Watchmen.
Whoa.
Yeah. Alan Moore wanted to use all the Charlton characters in the Watchmen universe.
Oh my God. So then there's an alternate reality where we're not allowed to use those. Well, in some capacity, not allowed to use those characters. That's kind of crazy.
No, he was told you can't use this, so he made.
Well, that's why I said alternate universe, but still.
But if you take a look, all of them are like Night Owl is Blue Beetle, Captain Atom is Dr. Manhattan, Ozymandias is Peter Cannon Thunderbolt, Nightshade is Silk Spectre.
Mhm.
I mean, just you take away their powers because aside from Dr. Manhattan, none of the Watchmen have powers. Think about that. Rorschach's the question.
Why does that make me laugh?
Why?
I don't know.
Aside from the big blue dung, nobody's got powers, and that's Billy Crudup, who I absolutely adore. He is a fantastic actor.
I love this show. Stanley does have an interesting comment. This is one of the few things that I get nervous about. I hope the different DCU tones all mesh together. And you go first.
I was going to say, yes, they will. The same way that all this shit, like regular life, meshes together. Even though sometimes it doesn't, it does.
That's just life.
Yeah.
I don't think that it needs to necessarily, because the way that Gunn has described this is that each movie or franchise that's coming from it, because like Superman's probably going to get a sequel, like the Batman movies are probably going to get sequels. They're probably going to have their own creative directions, but like Superman's going to feel vastly different from Peacemaker or anything else, or like Creature Command. Like Creature Commandos has its own vibe altogether.
Of course.
And for that to be the launching pin project for the DCU right now,
it's just that's mind blowing. But it worked so well because you got all these disparate elements coming together to form a cohesive unit, and so weird.
Which I can't wait for season 2.
I got you.
I'm so excited for Creature Commandos. I can't wait to see them in live action because they have said on multiple occasions they've signed people up for the explicit purpose of having them appear in their live action films.
I want to see
with the people who play them.
I want to see Frank Grillo as
100%. Rick Flag.
Rick Flag, yeah.
Everybody there. David Harbour as Frankenstein. Are you kidding me? That's going to be sick.
And he looks perfectly.
He looks perfectly Frankenstein.
Yeah, he does. Mornings are for coffee and Frankenstein. Yeah. Do you say, you know what, David Harbour? Congratulations, you're perfectly Frankenstein. Yeah. I mean,
that's one of those things that is 100% a compliment, but it sounds so rude.
But in a way, it is sort of rude.
Oh,
so.
Well, it is. You're still saying, especially that version.
You can't just say to him, oh, you're one hell of a Hellboy, because I mean, he was great as Hellboy, but the movie sucked, and that's not his fault.
No, I thought that was such wasted potential too.
Yep.
He was a great Hellboy because they just released a new one. All I'll say is it ain't it. But man, I thought Harbour was a good choice in a not great movie.
Yeah.
That's wild. Jeffrey Allen says, would you like to see an adaptation of any of Alan Moore's vast work, but to actually have more involved so he actually supports the movie? Or is he just too weird to adapt to his standards?
No, I think that actually what I want to see, there was... Alan Moore had a project that he was going to do with DC, and I love this concept. He was going to have like all of the superheroes have their own houses, like the House of L would be the Superman family, and the world is carved up into like the House of L, the House of the Bat, House of Wonder.
Oh,
yeah, the House of Thunder, which was the Shazam family.
Okay.
And all these powerful families come together, and they're uniting to, like, the L family is gonna wed the Wonder family,
Mhm.
so they're gonna tie the two houses together, and the House of the Bat has to figure out a way to make sure that doesn't happen because they'd be too powerful.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the concept.
That was and it just never moved forward.
Never moved forward. But that's because also Alan Moore got butthurt about something. I'm sure because he
Alan Moore.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I mean, for a guy who made his bones writing the most incredible comics in the world, he was a bitch about his own stuff. You know, like, they're adapting my stuff wrong. It's like, how are they adapting it? They're too corporate. But
Then you go do it.
But you knew that they were corporate when you did it. I can never. That's always bothered me when people do that. It's like, I'm not a whore. Yeah, you are. We're all whores. You know, it just depends on how much we're going to get paid. But it's so true. I mean, think about it.
You know, honestly, Jack, it makes 110% sense. Like, listen, if they backed the truck up and were like, Christian, we want you to direct Green Hornet. Absolutely. You don't even need to back the truck up. I would do it in a heartbeat. But if a gig came along where it was just like, here's a dump truck full of cash. We know this ain't your bag, but do it anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, I got bills to pay, bro. Like, friggin', like, just like anybody else. All filmmakers got bills to pay. I'm taking them.
There you go. I want you to make the John Wayne Gacy movie. You know, and I make John Wayne Gacy the hero of the hero of the film. Have him have the Gacy mobile, you know, and you know, he's in the Gacy cave
for my fee of 10 million. Sure, 100.
Your fee of 10 million, and that's exactly it. Of course, you're selling out. It's like, fuck yeah. You want to see the check? I got it tattooed on my back.
Out too.
Yeah, of course you would. There's no one whose standards are so high that they would not sell out.
Listen,
I will call you a liar to your fucking face.
Anybody, like, when you get to a level of like Steven Spielberg, then you can say no. Then you can be like, I got artistic integrity or whatever, and be like, no, I don't want to take that. Until I'm there, I'm not there. They ask, I'll do it. Christian, we want you to make the Polka Dot Man movie. Sign me up.
You can make it fun.
Yeah, I'm down. Like, I'll shill. It doesn't matter. I gotta pay bills. Like, I'm having a hard time thinking, like, what I really wouldn't turn down. Like, yes, I would do the John Wayne Gacy.
Of course you would.
It'd be a musical.
That'd be awesome. The Ron Jeremy movie. You'd make that.
No.
A Jeffrey Dahmer cooking show. Fuck yeah. Bring it on, motherfucker.
I'm gonna make the weirdest shit on Adult Swim at some point. It's gonna hit midnight, and then it's just gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
Actually, I want you to do me one favor. Make it family friendly up until like the first 2 minutes. Have it like 11:58 to like 12, and for the first 2 minutes it's like, hi everybody, welcome to the
like
blah blah blah.
Yeah, then, hi, welcome to the shit. Opens up the closet to get a sweater. There's like a body hanging in there.
Right? No, that's actually at midnight. Then you can.
Yeah, no. Once the clock hits midnight is when he opens the door.
All right, kids, time to fuck around.
See, Bob gets it. Everybody was rooting for the serial killer.
Not everybody, but there were a couple of people, I'm sure. And I've got Leonardo DiCaprio wouldn't sell out.
Are you?
Excuse me. Growing Pains? Anybody? Growing Pains? Okay.
And like we said, he wouldn't sell out now.
No.
Now he wouldn't, because he's got the money to back it up.
No. I like Stanley. Stanley's all right. You're all right.
Stanley's comments have been cool so far. What did you say? I wish Alan Moore and Neil, we're still working. Neil, not so much for me right now. But did Alan retire?
Yeah, it just fucking became a warlock.
I believe it. I 100% believe it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. So, what do you got going on? So, we're gonna we're shutting it down, folks.
Yeah.
But
Oh, our hour's up. We got to go.
oh yeah,
What's going on? What do we got to promote?
nothing this week.
Nothing
but
this week?
No,
Jack, got to promote nothing?
Nothing.
nothing. What about you?
Might have a new show coming out.
Lovely. What's it called?
Fix 'em ups.
Nice.
It's a banjo and buckshot show.
Nice.
Cool.
Love
We're
it.
going to do 6-episode first season. It's
Cool.
looking like it's going to premiere in the summertime.
Awesome.
We're writing the scripts now and taking ridiculous ideas. So I'm gonna talk to you after the show about that.
All right.
I figured that'd be a little fun thing
I mean,
to be like. 'Cause-
I'm surprised you're like, we're taking ridiculous idea. I'm surprised I didn't get a call like last week. Because I mean,
I was like, Mike, guess what? Surprise. I wanted to do the movie first, which is High Octane, which is a whole other project. But then I was like, you know what? It'll be more fun to build to that.
okay.
So I had this idea that is just stuck in my head like glue. And I think you in particular are gonna really like it.
I've got it. How about they develop a video game called Roadkill Rampage?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Oh my God, Silver Knight Kyle, Leonardo DiCaprio playing John Wayne Gacy in Vulgar 2. Jesus, oh good Lord, Sleep Cannibal. Isn't Jay and Silent Bob crossing over with something?
Didn't we
Yeah,
say?
we just talked about that.
Stanley, you got to go back to the beginning
Go back
of the
to
show.
beginning of the show, buddy. There's a rewind bar right at the bottom of the screen there. Just take the little icon at the top and just scroll it on back. We won't be here when you come back. We'll be logged off. But you have a great night, Stanley.
Logged off sounds so dirty.
Logged off. Does it?
Sort of does.
Logged
off.
Logged it.
You're logged off.
Jack's just like, what the
Jack's
fuck am I
logging
doing?
off. Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that
There you
fucking context. Okay. Thank you guys again, as always, for watching live from the Secret Stash. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.
Have a great week.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's a hella bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat, and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken. You need that view askew? You know we got you, dude. Showing gratitude and always smiling, never rude. Top 5 movie reviews and what's new. We bringing out the big guns when we coming through. Welcome to the stage.